for the Power Chat series. Today we have the next big tournament that you're going to want to go to, the Texas Revolution Martial Arts Championships in San Antonio. Today we have one of the promoters here, Dr. Gustavo Molina. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm doing great. Hey, thanks for having us here tonight and
Yeah,
by hosting our pre-show for our event.
of
It's
course.
3 weeks away.
I know we are just
Yeah.
around the corner. So let's pull up this flyer so we can get the information out right there so people can see. It's coming up October 6th and 7th. It's a 2-day event in San Antonio, Texas, the Texas Revolution Martial Arts Championship. Now it is a ProMac event, so that's really exciting. And I've done plenty of pre-shows with ProMac promoters, and there's a certain level and a certain standard in order to be on their circuit. So that speaks a lot to it. This is the second annual event. I mean, how are you feeling ahead of the tournament?
So right now we are feeling great. We expect to surpass last year's inaugural numbers. We're getting a lot of feedback. Our sponsorships have grown from last year. We now have included a couple of new sponsors, one being Dingo Martial Arts out of Las Vegas. They're providing 2 Sharedo uniforms for our grand prize championships. And again, those are just one of the many ones. And Zebra, I can't do an event or a show without thanking Zebra mats. Again, they are the official mat of our tournament. 1-inch tatami mats in every ring to include the grand championships. But again, I want to thank Zebra. Again, we cannot do this without them. Appreciate it.
This is just another example of ProMac really spreading into the Texas region. And, this is your second tournament, of course. But what are you sort of most excited about for this year, 2023?
Well, number one, it's cultivating the relationships we have with the families, with the competitors, with the promoters that already exist in Texas. We're not introducing martial arts Texas. Everybody knows martial arts in Texas has been around for a long time. There have been many pioneers that have come before us within Texas karate. And that's all we want to do is we want to provide a premier event. We want to have that 5A, 6A feel of one of the big world tournaments and bringing it to Texas. That's all we've tried to do since last year. And now we've branched out. Vito and I have branched out to where we have this tournament in San Antonio in 3 weeks. And then we hit it again up in the spring with the Austin Open. And we're going to bring that same feel to that event. That's all we want to do. So there are now 6 ProMac tournaments in Texas. And this is something that we talk about with every promoter in Texas when we come across them. It's not a competition. All we want to do is provide a venue for competitors and their families to have a good environment, safe environment with great martial arts, bringing together the world's best competitors to have a showcase. And we feel that's what we're trying to do in Texas. And it is a regional feel with the national competitors and world competitors showing up.
Speaking of venue, tell me a bit more about the venue of the tournament, as well as a little flavor of what San Antonio is for people who are coming in, who are flying in.
So we'll start with the second part of your statement there. All right, so last year we were at the Downtown Convention Center, the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. This year we're on the 1604 Loop on the north side at the Forest Sports Complex. It's there on the flyer. For those of you that have your cell phone, you should be able to zoom in on that QR code that's on the flyer, and it'll take you right to the website. But now this year, we're actually a lot closer to the airport. So if you're flying in from DC, so initial entries, we have folks already from Alaska, Canada, California, all the way down to the Floridas. Fly into the San Antonio airport. It is exactly 10 minutes away. There are plenty of hotels around. Matter of fact, I take that back. The airport is actually closer than that. We're closer to the airport this year. We're about 9 to 8 minutes away, unlike last year. Plenty of locations to go out. The mall is right across from our host hotel. It's the Hyatt Stone Oak. Again, across the street is Best Buy. There's a ton of activities. And like last year, we're known for our Tex-Mex feel, such as the Texas Revolution. You can't have the Tex without the Mex, and we're bringing it all together. Like last year, we're bringing back the mariachi sombreros. When you win grands, you come out with that big, massive sombrero. And we're going to continue that mariachi feel when we talk about the grand championships.
Okay, so before we get to that, because that's really exciting, to register, you're using the Mat Action platform. People can just go onto that. In terms of registration, anything people need to know in terms of the tiers, as well as registration for the day of, and that that cool feature you're offering people to really take advantage of your competition.
Yeah, so last year we introduced the unlimited individual divisions for a flat fee It was so popular that we decided to bring it back again this year. So that's Alamo Pass One, all caps, Alamo Pass One. You type that into the promo code and you get unlimited individual events. So what does that mean? Again, we've told everyone from the very beginning, we are trying to get those folks and provide that family feel type of tournament. So as a parent, we too have competitors that travel all over the place. There's nothing worse than paying $1,000 for a tournament and your kids have, they're trying something new, a new event for the first time. Well, there's this CMX. Well, what is CMX? It's Creative Musical Extreme. Well, I want to do padded sword. It starts adding up pretty quickly. And that's where we introduced this concept last year. And unlimited individual events for a flat rate, $150, one fee, unlimited individual events. So if you're new to the environment, we also have a first timers division. If you're new, you're only doing trad forms and sparring in your dojo, and your kids, you want to try some CMX to try to win an additional chance to win one of those prizes, sign up. Flat fee. Everything is, so the first event is $80, 20 for each additional. So where the value kicks in is after your fourth event. $150, unlimited. If you want to do a team sport, or team sparring, you want to do a team sync, it's an additional fee. However, for an individual event, it is $150 flat fee, as many as you want.
And I think it's cool because you mentioned you start getting your value at 4, but for the competitors who are doing 4 divisions, at that point, they're most likely doing 5 or 6, right? As you know, you have 2 competitors who are, your kids. And so it's really easy for that to add up and to also try something new. So do you have like the padded sword division at your tournament for the combat stuff?
So we have padded sword, and we'll also be having the karate flag. So that is something new that's also been floating around the ProMax circuit, and families love it. You know what? I would do it myself, but I'm afraid I'd pull a hamstring if I tried to exert myself to that point. A lot of weights, but we don't do the flag anymore. But it's great. It's nothing more than glorified tag, trying to pull the flag out. Everybody loves it. It's very popular. And the same thing with the padded sword. One of the big takeaways is that I ask folks that if you're new to the circuit, if you don't really know what the ProMac is, go to our website. On the website, I have a tab that says ProMac Rules, and the Rules tab is on there. It'll tell you everything you need to know about what kind of equipment you need. So for sparring, please, juniors, you have to have a face shield or you will not be allowed. Helmet, elbow pads, gloves. Males, you must wear a cup. If you don't have a cup, you will not be allowed to fight without that cup. Foot pads and shin guards. So the reason I bring that up over everything else is because that's the one thing that'll keep you from competing at the tournament when it comes to sparring. You need to have the proper equipment. And that's usually the big one that gets folks. The padded sword, we'll provide the padded sword for that division, and we'll also provide the flags for the karate flag. But again, this is your chance to come have fun. If there was ever a tournament you wanted to do once a year and it was the best value as a competitor and you want to try something new, this is it. A limited individual event for $150. Now, again, I have to tell the story on where it came from. This wasn't something that we just came out of nowhere. So years ago, matter of fact, I think it was the last year or the second to last year that Dixieland Nationals had their event. Aaron Hensley did the same thing. He tried that. He did the unlimited individual events. And that's where we got sold on that idea. He said, you know what? Now that we're promoters and not just parents competing anymore, let's bring that back. And you know what? It has been a hit. That's all we get from everyone. Hey, are you doing that promo again? So yes, we will do that promo at the Texas Rev. And we're also going to offer a special promo just like that for the Austin Open in the spring.
That's awesome. Yeah. My mom's actually over in my corner over here, and how much money would we have saved? Oh my gosh! Eventually as you get older, you start dropping divisions. But she's probably over here kicking herself, like, man, we could have saved so much money if this promo here was for all the tournaments. So I'm really excited that you're bringing that back. Okay, well, something that is, I'm excited to talk about is the Grand Champion Wheel. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So for those of you that saw our night show, if you go to our YouTube page or even the tournament page on the very front, you're going to see our night show from last year. It was streamed via the Sports Martial Arts SMA platform, so it's out there. Every time somebody won on the night show, the winner would come up and spin a wheel. There was a prize on that wheel. That prize is what you took home. So, hey, spoiler alert, for those of you who are going to go watch it, last year, the PS5 was probably the largest item we had on that wheel last year. It made it to the very last event. It was the very last event of the night. We didn't plan it that way. It just happened. And Alice Gross ended up winning the PS5 at the very last division. It was her against Pia going head to head in that last division. It was at 14-17, and Alice won, and I ended up giving her the power ring and diamonds because we didn't have it in time there at the event. But the way it works is this year we're doing a little bit change, something a little bit different. We're not doing the night show invitational like we did last year. This year we're opening up those prizes to everybody that wins their grands. We're going to hold and push all the grands to 4:30. We're going to go hot at 4:30. But for the hour before that, we're going to have mariachis performing. We're going to have mariachis going on at 3:30, from 3:30 to 4:30, to introduce and start the afternoon show. It's not a night show. We're not going to have folks stick around until 10 o'clock at night. So we're going to run all the divisions. If you're one of the 9 and unders and you win at 9, let's say at 10 o'clock in the morning, you have to come back at 4:30, preferably before, so you can watch entertainment. And we will run all the grands consecutively after that. With every division that wins, bam, you spin the wheel, you win the prize. Thus far, on our Tex Rev MA Instagram page, we've already put the prizes that are out there. We have the AirPods Max. We have a PS5. We have JBL clips, JBL little walkabout. We have
Did I see a scooter on there? Was there a scooter?
There is a scooter, not just a scooter, the Segway limited edition Bumblebee scooter.
Cool.
So if you go right here to our Instagram page, TexRevMA, the prizes are already on there. So that's TEXRVMA on Instagram, and everything is on there. Just go on there. You can see the history of our tournament, where it's been for, and even hyperlinks to the website. So we put most of our information out on Instagram. That's how we share most of our data. And then Priscilla will end up also duplicating it on the Facebook page. But the majority of the stuff is going through Instagram first.
Okay, well, very cool. I mean, there are so many different components of this event that are to be excited about. Registration, can people register at the door?
They can. However, we will close the unlimited individual divisions on that Wednesday, or that I believe it's a Thursday at midnight before the tournament begins. At the door, unlimited individual divisions will be $180.
All right, that's good
so
to know.
Correct. It's an additional 30 if you do it at the door. Okay. Now we'll say this: you will need your coach's passes if you're going to be inside the partitions or the barricades. You have to purchase a coach's pass to be in there playing the music for your CMX music for your children. Understand the ProMac rules. They are on the website. We will do judges certification Friday nights if anyone's just interested in becoming a ProMac certified judge. So what does that entail? Well, you'll be able to be certified judge at any of the ProMac divisions or any of the ProMac events within not just Texas, outside the regions too. You can even participate and be a judge at one of the national and world events if ProMac is supporting that event, such as the US Open, NASCA ISK US Open. So there are many opportunities that are out there. However, if you just want to stick to Texas or support this event, we'd be more than happy to have you one of our certified judges. And you can also do the same thing at the Austin Open in the spring.
Okay, well, that is so exciting. All right, I'm excited to see how your second annual Texas Revolution Martial Arts goes. Championships goes. To reiterate, October 6th and October 7th in San Antonio. All right, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time, and good luck.
One more alibi. So, hey, folks ask about the schedule. So we ran this last year. We're going to do it again. Friday is nothing but fighting. Friday Fight Fest. We are throwing every fight division at you. That is only on Friday. The team divisions, your team sync also on Friday. And then Saturday is everything else. Your Korean form. Again, we're bringing Korean forms. Bring your dojo forms. All the divisions will be run on Saturday. But Friday Fight Fest is only on Friday. All the fighting minus point fighting.
That's great. And then people, when they register, will be able to see their times for when they're supposed to go. Okay.
The schedule will be out by this weekend.
All right. Something to look forward to. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks for watching, guys.